Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get trade ideas like these ones right here, and there are many more, I'm just only showing you guys few that we took, and these are all winning trades that we took a couple of days ago, and already collecting profit on these. And if you're serious about trading and you want to support the channel, get daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out that link down in the description for Patreon. With that being said, let's get right into the market and see what the market did today. Dow is down 1.91%, Nasdaq going down 1.41%, S&P down 1.61%, and Russell going down the most 2.81%. You can see advancing only 13.5% and declining 84.2%. So huge decline here in the market today, and that is why you saw the market going down. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top, leading the way, communication services led by Google, and basically everything else just red for the day. Week to date performance right here, healthcare, consumer defensive, so it was a risk off move. We already know that Monday and Tuesday was a risk off move, and today we saw that dump off because of that. Stock market map, what we got here, well, pretty much red across the board, and only thing in the green is Google 2.87%, Nvidia red after going up to $137 gave back all the gains. Microsoft going down 1.22%, Apple down 2.31%, PLTR going down 4%, and PNW going down almost 7%. Tesla down 2.68%, Meta flat, Amazon 1.45%, and you got financial also taking a massive beating right here. Pretty much all are red on the day, and even healthcare, Eli Lilly and UNH did not help today, and pretty much everything in deep red today here on healthcare. And now let's get right into Apple. On Apple, stock is down 2.31%, so Apple is really close to this gap. 200.54, it was down to 200. We did not close this gap, but early as tomorrow, I think Apple will be filling this gap. And then we have unfinished business to the upside. We got this gap from a gap down and this massive gap right here at 221, which did not get filled unfortunately yet. So Apple definitely a big opportunity here as Apple coming down. And also we do have confluence from this lower Bollinger Band, which is sitting at 195. So anything here would be perfect buying opportunity. But make sure if you're getting into this trade, buy some time if you're buying options, and if you're buying shares, definitely a good spot to go in, because I don't think Apple's gonna come down and retest this 169 range. And I mean, I hope if that's something that takes place again, that would be great opportunity. But so far, Apple just coming down to possibly close the gap, and it ran already so much, and the market just taking a breather, so it can come down here. To the upside, there will be resistance now right here at the 13-day moving average 205, 207, and then the gap fill reversal can happen to the downside as well after filling this gap right here near 210. On Microsoft is down 1.22%, so Microsoft finally gave up that support 455 and now rolling over, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow, but there will be strong support at 447. Only if that gives up, you're going to see more downside, possibly coming down to 434. But if this thing rises back up and gets over, I mean, it's not too far away, 455, then it's going back up to this high right here, 465, and then even going up and retesting previous all-time highs. On Amazon, stock is down 1.45%. So you guys saw that play on Amazon. 200 puts that we took right here at 212, and these went in the money. I had few runners that I sold today, and there are some really good traders that are they don't need any guidance. They know where to sell, they know where to buy. And there are some traders, they would get in here with me and then I'm holding and then they're gone, nowhere to be found. And it just really bad, poor execution, because there was this massive opportunity of this pullback here to 200, and a lot of time I bought and they just got out early. So if you're one of those trader and you're listening, really bad, and you're not making money because of the way you're going about your trade, and you're not going to end up making a lot of money if you just doing that over and over. So you can see 200 came today, and in just a matter of couple days, not too long, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and you cannot hold 8 days for this, $12 to the downside, and there might be even more. So I had few runners. I don't have anything left, and this went in the money, so that's why I sold. Now Amazon here, 200 is a support right here. If that gives up, we might be filling this gap right here, and there will be support at 195, 194. 20-day moving average and the gap right here. To the upside, 200 holds. Resistance will be at 204.42. Over that, closing this gap right here, just under 209, and there will be resistance over that 212 and then 216. On Google stock, it's up 2.87%. So why Google is up? Well, there were a lot of calls coming in yesterday. It was flooded with calls, and that is why you're seeing Google up in this red market and just being strong with a lot of volume. And it's been the laggard here with the big mega cap stocks because Google so far not made any progress. I mean, this was that big bounce and it just going sideways. I mean, slightly up, but if you look at the market, especially Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500, I mean, where those things are trading, this one is nowhere near, and there is ton more upside here on Google stock. But we're still in that, bear flag pattern. We got into the top of the range today, and there was a rejection, came back, and now holding 170. So we'll see how that plays out. 170 holds, possibly can move up to 176. 170 gives up tomorrow, then there will be support at 167, and then all the way down here at 162. On Meta, it's down 0.25%, so a lot of consolidation. But if you look at my screen, I mean, we got this pullback, and now last 4 days, this could be, I mean, you can see it in a shorter time frame, maybe hourly or 4 hour. It's forming this bear flag pattern. So maybe, we get to see some sort of a move down to this gap 6 or 6.97. That could be a possibility. Now it's under 638, so the next critical support right here at 625, 614, and then this gap right here 606.97, and there will be also support below that at 600. To the upside, 638 breaks, which it did today, but then came back in. So 638 breaks is heading higher back up to 664. On AMD, it's down 1.28%, so nothing really bad on AMD. It got up and came back, closing this gap here at 113 today, and pretty much getting down to almost 110. We got close to 110. 111 was low for the day and still sitting there. So, this would be a level to watch, level of interest, but if this thing gives up that, maybe we get a deeper pullback here right here at 104, 103 to close this gap, and that would be even a better opportunity to buy this dip right here on AMD. Now, as long as this holds right here, this is the spot so far to get into AMD. But if that level gives up, then this is the next spot, and that would be much cheaper. So, I mean, you cannot, exactly time where things are gonna find support and bottom exactly on a stock like AMD. But this thing had a massive run up and now it's just cooling off. So, it's not something really bad as this thing coming down, and I think it can recover and possibly can go up and close that gap on top within the next couple of weeks right here, 126.85. So AMD 110 support. Below that, we also have support right here, 108.84, and then this gap fill reversal at 104, which is also the 20-day moving average. So that's going to be a strong support on a pullback. On Tesla stock is down 2.68%. So Tesla was up to again 347, 350-ish almost. And then you can see right here from this 5-day moving average, it did not hold, got the rejection, came back and all the way down to 330 almost. And we closed right there. So 330, your key line in the sand. If that gives up at some point tomorrow, there will be more downside down to 317, 305 to 307 to close this gap, which could be a nice buying opportunity at that point as the support holds. If not, we got tons more gap to the downside and it can come down really quickly. We all know that Tesla goes up, it goes up in a straight line, but also when Tesla comes down, I mean, you got a perfect picture right here how Tesla came down. You also have a perfect picture from the lows how it went up straight up, and even right here it went straight up from 250 to almost 350. So Netflix was up 0.22%. So despite the sell-off today, guys, I mean, this thing is just going up and cranking it up. I mean, over 1200. And then we got inverted hammer today or a topping tail, whatever you want to call it here. I mean, even though it was a green day, so another brand new all-time high. And I mean, how many people actually watch Netflix? And this thing, I mean, look at this RSI on this monthly time frame. And I'm showing this over and over because at some point you'll see this thing dropping two, $300, or maybe even more, and you're gonna say, "Oh, what happened here?" Well, it's overextended. So at some point you're going to see that drop. It's going to come and it's going to bring the stock down. At least I would say, in the short term, previous all-time highs 1065, 64, that can happen. So Netflix over 1200, I mean, that's going to be resistant to watch. We might be even retesting 1211 again. But as long as this thing is under 1200, watch out for the support now right here, 1189, 5-day moving average. And if that gives up, 1163, 1145, 20-day moving average, and then it might be rolling over all the way down to 1084, lower Bollinger Band, and then maybe even retesting previous all-time highs, 1065. On Nvidia, stock is down almost 2%. So Nvidia was up 2%. So that is a 4% swing to the downside. And we did close this gap today at 131 and finding support right here at 130. And, right there, just over 130, we closed today. And this is a massive rejection. Now, a lot of people have different opinion about Michael Burry going and shorting Nvidia. As a matter of fact, I think it's even before him that I took some puts and still holding. And these are not something that I'm really scared of. And oh my God, what if the earnings they beat, or Jensen comes out and says, "Oh, everything is good." I don't care. Nvidia, I think yes, the trend was down, and now with all these gaps, if the market pulls back, just like everything else, this thing will come down, and those puts are going to pay. And I got a lot of time on those to go break even, maybe take a small loss, but I'm not even worried about, taking a loss, not even break even. I think it's going to profit like every other time, like we showed it with last earnings. The next day I took, I think it was 110 puts, and boy, oh boy, I mean, that was a huge trade. And I took that live because of Kramer going extremely bullish. And still, I think Kramer is bullish on Nvidia, also bullish on Tesla. So be careful when this man says, "I like Tesla stock, and then I like Nvidia, great company. Jensen is a great guy." You never know what's coming when this monster is praising something, right? So 130 key line in the sand. Below that, retest of the 200 SMA 126, and then we might be falling back into this gap 123, maybe even down to this gap close to 118. To the upside, resistance will be at 136, where we found resistance today. Over that, you're going to see a move up, but at this point, it's not the case. So we're not going to talk about it here on NVIDIA. And that's all I have for you guys. I'll definitely keep you guys updated tomorrow night. Thank you so much.